The biggest thing missing in your leadership and what to do about it. It is John Cheplack coming to you from Rogers, Arkansas, just a few minutes before I go on for a group of people that have come into town to grow their business. And we're going to talk about the three critical silos: recruit, train, retain. That's the profit game. And when we take a look at that, sure, that's just a simple silo or a couple of different silos when it comes to business growth and profitability and building value in your business, building an asset. Here's where I see a breakdown that takes place, and I think it'll be really, really helpful to you. And in my constant spirit of contribution, my hope is that you will listen to this, you will process it, and then do some self-reflection and see what you need to do based on the simple action steps that I give you. So number one, I hope at this point in time, you know what you're shooting for, what you're committed to in 2022. What is that number of sales, the income level, the personal experiences that you want to have in your life? So that's what I'm going to get at the end of the year. And quite frankly, we do know what to do. And that which we don't know what to do, you can find it on the internet. Many people think the breakdown in achieving their level of excellence, everyone's level of excellence is different. Run your own race. And that's important if you're a leader, to meet people where they're at so they can run their race, not yours. That's a big reason why you have attrition issues, retention issues. You don't hear that. You hear the different, one-line excuse that people leave for leaving you, but it's because you haven't gone deeper with human beings, but that's for a whole other video. What I want to do with you is I want to challenge you as a leader right now and today with the one obstruction, the one obstacle of what will get in the way of the things that you need to do, the systems, the process, the strategies, the tactics, the things that are going to get in the way of the result that you want. And let's go at it this way. Number one, I want you to think about all the expectations you have of the people that you lead. I want you to think of the principles that you expect the people that you lead to hold and operate by, not perfection, but the principles. I want you to think about the values that you expect someone to hold and carry. Again, this is not about perfection. This is about progress. It's what someone strives for. It's what someone has demonstrated but has a desire to, and write this word down, to keep becoming. What I want to share with you as leader, you've got to constantly becoming, okay? You have not arrived. And so, do you expect your agents to prospect? Do you expect your agents to be disciplined? Do you expect them to be committed? Do you expect them to be on time? But let's go back to principles of commitment. A principle is law. It is constant. Do you expect discipline? Do you expect accountability to be in the relationship? Well, singular accountability doesn't work. For a relationship, a business relationship, a life relationship, a personal relationship to work, there must be mutual accountability. There always has to be personal responsibility, because that's the most powerful principle on the planet, because you cannot change what you do not own. But I digress. Let's come back to this. You expect your people to be on time. Are you always on time? You expect your people to be disciplined. Are you disciplined? You expect your people to demonstrate commitment. Do you demonstrate commitment? And commitment's defined by the result. Look in the mirror on that one. Here's where the breakdown is. Personally and professionally. And I'm not saying you need to be some pro athlete in some physical specimen. But here's what I would say. If I want to talk to someone about discipline and commitment and consistency, but the way that I'm living my personal life doesn't map to that, there's going to be a fracture in the relationship. They're not going to tell you that, but think about this. Like, I have someone that's leading me, and they're saying I need to be disciplined. I'm saying I need to be committed, okay? They're saying I need to be consistent, okay? But they're showing me fractures in their consistency. They're showing me fractures in their discipline. They're showing me fractures in their commitment. Well, they're training me how to behave. And see, that's the challenge with leadership. Leadership is a privilege. Leadership requires huge responsibility. And so here's the missing element: your identity. Your identity. You must constantly be evolving your identity. You must hold yourself to the highest level. You can be with the best coach, the best trainer. You can get the best information, the best system, the best process. You can have all of those things. But if you don't identify as the leader, the human being who lives to where you're going, see where you're at right now today, who you are as a human being, if you've chosen as a leader an outcome, some personal goals in life, some professional goals, physical goals, you cannot get there no matter all the other elements of vision boards and process. If you don't see yourself as you're becoming, not as who you are, because who you are today is not going to be the person that can lead where you are going. So what I want to leave you with is this. I want you to look at real quickly, just write down all the things you expect of your agents. Write them all down, from an activity to a principle to a value. And then on the right side of that piece of paper, I want you to write down where you're not living by those. Listen, none of us are perfect. It's called inventory. I constantly must do that reflection myself. It's called the mirror. And I'm going to tell you this. If you do that exercise consistently and look at what you expect versus how you are living personally and professionally, let me tell you something. You're going to blow through any goal. You're going to nail your systems and processes, because principles win every single time. Do I identify myself? Do my actions identify me as the leader I need to become? Or am I still that person that got me to where I'm at? And this is not about that. What got you here won't get you there. Discipline, commitment, and consistency got you here. Period. There's an element of it. But it's the tiny hinges. Where can I constantly improve? And the improvement for your organization, the people you lead, is inside you. You want to change the things around you, change what's inside you. Hope you found this valuable. It's the simple things. I'm telling you, if you see some of the big numbers that people I work with put out there, yes, they work hard. They're brilliant. But it's the tiny things. It's the tiny hinges that swing big doors. Have an amazing day. I'm off to impact some lives.